Hello everybody, it is Jamarcus, and I'm here with week 5 of the RQA Beats Division, um, and we're faced off against Duke, who has a ton of status absorbers, so I'm not clicking Toxic this game, I can tell you that right now. They also have Webs. Galvantula is a fantastic Terra Captain, very scary, really good speed tier into my team. It struggles quite a bit into Rotom, but it's quite strong into everything else. Also really struggles with Dragalge. So, what do I think looks good on my team? What do I think looks bad? I think setup, Metagross, weakness, policy, agility could totally sweep late game. If it has Ice Punch and Earthquake, gotta have the right coverage. Beat knockoff. Definitely need to break a sash on Galvantula, and I need to activate my weakness policy somehow. I think Earthquake on Gliscor, knockoff on one of these two. There's definitely some moves I don't want to be taking, like a fire move or a dark move from one of these two. I think Keldeo is really nice for Weavile. Vacuum Wave is awesome, but it's pretty bad into Tentacruel. Tentacruel beats pretty much every Keldeo set I could possibly bring. So I'm definitely going to bring Flip Turn so that I can at least mitigate that a little bit. As for Darkrai, it hasn't been working so far, so I just want to try Sash Darkrai lead, let it get 1.5 kills or whatever. Hopefully it'll do something. I didn't end up bringing Rotom Heat or Dragalge, even though I think they're both pretty good defensively this game, really help with Galvantula. I thought they were a lot weaker into the top tier Pokemon. What do I expect my opponent to bring? Goldengo for sure, Gliscor for sure, Garg probably, Clefable for sure, Weavile for sure, and then Galvantula probably, but Tentacruel, Staraptor, or Armarouge could also show up. So let's take a look. What I brought. Again, weakness, policy, agility, Metagross. Like I said, this thing is hopefully going to sweep. I have Meteor Mash because Heavy Slam does not do that much to Garganacl. And then Earthquake, Ice Punch for coverage, mostly against these two. And then I have Keldeo, mostly as a switch in to Weavile. Vacuum Wave is really helpful, but also Flip Turn is nice to get out of my bad mashups, and Surf just to do decent damage into a lot of their team. Pain Split just helps against some of their bulkier Pokemon as well. Air Balloon Excadrill. I want Rapid Spin because there's a lot of great hazard setters on this team. There's also Webs, although I don't mind Webs too much because I have a Flying type, a Clear Body Pokemon. I ended up bringing Air Balloon. They're bad for Darkrai though. So Rapid Spin, then Earthquake, Iron Head, and double Rapid Spin. That's not right. That should be Rocks. Sorry. I did bring Rocks to this game. I just had to remake the paste because sometimes Showdown deletes my teams. That should be Stealth Rock. I had Stealth Rock on Quag at first, and I had Throat Chop on Excadrill with Assault Vest, but I switched it last second because I thought Air Balloon would be better, and because I really wanted Encore on Quag. I thought it would be really nice for their defensive Pokemon. So Quag, just mixed defense. Covert Cloak is for Garg. Earthquake Ice Beam hits their team decently. And then Recover just to heal myself up. Sash Darkrai is my lead. I'm hoping I can just knock off a Gliscor. Their Toxic Orb, which pretty much neutralizes them. Maybe knock off Assault Vest on Tentacruel. And then Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, Ice Beam is pretty good coverage into their team. I'm clicking Sludge Bomb on a Weavile, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. And last Pokemon, Enamorus. I really did not know what set to go with this week. I'm bringing Heavy Duty Boots just because that's a good blanket item. And then I just have sub 3 attacks. I have Superpower, a mixed Superpower, Moonblast, and Earth Power. I figured that covers their team pretty well, and sub plus Superpower could beat some of their offensive or some of their defensive Pokemon. So that's the team I brought. I'm overall pretty happy with it. I didn't test too much this game. I don't think I ran any mocks, just some calcing. And let's see how it did. So, what did they bring? Nothing too surprising. No Garg is nice. No Armarouge or Staraptors. No Staraptors really nice. I want to draft this thing just because how do you switch into it? Flying Brave Bird plus close combat is so hard to switch into. That's why I love Flamigo. So, nothing too surprising from my opponent. Tentacruel hard walls my... Man, I'm having a tough time with these Pokemon names. Keldeo. They're also right there. I forgot my nicknames, didn't I? Yep. One of these days I'll remember nicknames. So, I'm leading Darkrai no matter what. Nothing on that team wants to take a knockoff. Let's click it. And they lead Gliscor. And I decide, I see a 4 times effective move. I'm going to click it instead of clicking knockoff like I had planned. So I click Ice Beam right into a Tentacruel and 6%. So that tells me this thing's like max Spadef AV. That's great to know. That means the Enamor's Earth Power is not doing anything to it. That means Metagross is really strong into this. I could have switched into Metagross right here, but I thought that Galvantula might be Focus Sash. I don't want to set up quite yet. So I decide I want this thing's Assault Vest gone so that Enamorous can do a bit more damage to it. So that's the play I make, and they make the same play. Knocking off my Focus Sash doesn't really matter to me. I go Quag. I figured they would be going for a Sludge Bomb or something here. I have Covert Cloak so that cannot poison me, so I thought that would be a good play, but they go into Galvantula instead. I was very confident the Sticky Web was going up here, but thought just in case they clicked the Grass move, I will switch out. I wanted to Encore their Sticky Web, but I thought generally that's a risky play. I don't need to make that play. Quagsire is still really nice for Weavile. Take a hit from Golden-Go. Pretty nice for Gliscor as well. So I keep this thing. I go back to Darkrai. It's going to live any hit unless this is Choice Specs Thunder or they go for Bug Buzz for some reason. I was expecting the Grass move or Sticky Web. Darkrai comes out. I'm clicking Dark Pulse on this thing. It's going to do a lot of damage. Their Terras do not resist Dark. It's going to do a lot of damage. If I get a flinch, fantastic. If I don't and Darkrai dies, that's fine. Enamorous comes out and is faster. No, it's not. Never mind. I don't know my speed tiers. Keldeo can Vacuum Wave kill it. How's that? Or Metagross can come out. Something like that. But I click Dark Pulse. If I don't get my flinch, that's fine. I get it. Fantastic. Definitely not a game-winning flinch, but it was nice. I knock off. I see that there were Focus Sash. If they wanted to switch there, nothing wanted to take a knockoff. I was expecting Tentacruel to come back in and knock off as my strongest move into that thing anyways. Clefable comes out. I want to get damage on this. I'm going to click Sludge Bomb. It should be doing about 50%. I want to see what their set is. So I click Sludge Bomb. If I die here, that's fine. I live most Moonblast though from defensive Clefs. And there it is. And I get my poison. Let's see if they're unaware or Magic Guard. They ended up being unaware, which is fantastic. That poison was really nice. This thing is going to die to most of my team though, besides maybe a Keldeo. I go into Excadrill because I figured Sludge Bomb is a really obvious play here. And they go into Tentacruel as expected. I wanted to spin these webs away. I figured Gliscor was coming out here because it can get its Toxic Orb activated. I'm clicking Earthquake or Rapid Spin. I guess they really wanted, if they want to keep webs, they can go Golden-Go, but then they're risking Earthquake, which is probably getting clicked on this Tentacruel. Unless they're Balloon, which they are, unsurprisingly. I thought about just clicking Iron Head there, because I figured they want to switch, see what they want to do, or maybe setting up Stealth Rocks would have been a better neutral play. Or maybe setting up Stealth Rocks would have been a better neutral play. But I clicked Rapid Spin. Now I want this thing's Balloon gone. It did 13% my iron. So Tentacruel is fearing this Earthquake. I was expecting Gliscor to come in here, but they bring in Balloon Gold, which also makes sense. I thought about maybe clicking Stealth Rocks there. Maybe it was a better neutral play. It's good into everything. I don't think this Weavile is going to beat Boots. And then also Rocks are great for Tentacruel and Clefable. Even Gliscor getting that chip is nice. So I decide to Iron Head. I want this thing's Balloon gone so that Metagross can win late game. As much as I want Stealth Rocks up here, this thing's Balloon being gone is more important. They click Shadow Ball. That tells me it's probably their best click into me. So I figured I have a free turn here. Let's get up Rocks, then I can Earthquake them. So I get up Rocks and they reveal Focus Blast. They hit, they kill me. That's fine. I get up my Rocks. They're going to have to spin at some point. I don't really have a spin blocker unless they get up a Spike and then I can sack Darkrai. But them spinning these Rocks aren't that important to me. That's a turn that they spend on Tentacruel when I can be getting a free switch into Metagross or Enamorous or something like that. So I go into Keldeo. This was maybe not a good play by me. Surf isn't going to do that much. They can just recover off the damage. So I decided to flip turn. I didn't really have anything I wanted to go into here. Darkrai gets webs, so maybe it would have actually been faster because I know this is max defense. So Darkrai was probably the right play to go into it. Dark Pulse is a super free click here. I probably should have gone Darkrai here because I know I'm faster than a Goldengo because they're like 220 speed or something. Darkrai's faster after webs. So I go Keldeo, I click flip turn, and I go Quagsire. And I start clicking Earthquake. Again, this was probably a bad play. Earthquake's not going to be doing much to a max defense Goldengo. So I make that play though. They switch out, and Earthquake just kills Clefable. So I'll take that. I think I made some pretty bad plays there, but my opponent went Clefable, and I ended up on top. They go Tentacruel. They want these rocks gone, and to me, this is my opportunity. If I get Weakness Policy procced on Metagross, Goldengo usually dies, Weavile will die, Gliscor will die, Tentacruel dies. So now seems as good a time as ever because, I mean, maybe I could activate Weakness Policy off Gliscor too, but this thing's knockoff can work. So I'm just going to go Metagross and hopefully sweep. They get their rocks gone, that's fine. They go Gliscor. As I agility, I want to be faster than everything. Then I have the Ice Punch. Ice Punch won't kill. They're defensive. If that was maybe like max speed, max attack, then it would have died. They get up a spike. It's too late now. If I didn't have Ice Punch, then maybe they would be fine. This thing's Earthquake, now that I know it's max defense, is not going to be doing that much damage to me. So I feel comfortable clicking Meteor Mash here in case they want to switch. And I also want this thing to proc my Weakness Policy before I kill it. So they sack Tentacruel, and they can't really do much at this point. Goldengo has a low chance of living in Earthquake, but they do not get that. I am max attack adamant, so they do the roll for you here. 81% chance of killing. If I didn't get that roll and they kill me, I just go Darkrai. Maybe they switch Weavile on my Dark Pulse. I go Keldeo. At that point, Keldeo is looking really good because Goldengo is low. Weavile has taken chip, or maybe not, but Keldeo's winning the game at that point, I think. So even if I didn't get that roll, I think I was fine. Gliscor comes out, and that is the game. So we get a 5-0. We really needed that differential. That's going to shoot us up the rankings quite a bit. Playoffs is looking a little more comfortable now. There's still 2 more weeks to go. If I go 1-1, I think I'm pretty comfortably making playoffs, but I'll have to check the standings. If I lose both, that's a different story. But hey, let's just win both. How's that? So that was us against Duke. We get the 5-0. Metagross swept just like I expected. Or just like I hoped for, I guess I should say. Enamorus didn't even come out. Although it probably wasn't going to do much this game anyways with Weavile in the back. Although they revealed to me they were choice bands, so if they start clicking knockoff, then maybe Enamorus can do something. So, 3-2 now. We're doing pretty good. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.